Alright. You know what I'm saying, man. I'm going all in, boys. Raider Nation. Who's our target for today? You know, man, a lot of people question this team, you know? They question us, and then, you know what I'm saying? We show them who we are. We show them who we are. Oh my God. It's been past 15 seconds, boys. Those kind of days, gentlemen. When you find your target, and you're gonna whoop their ass. Let's go. You know, I've been with Raider Nation since I moved, man. I used to live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out to Nevada, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I moved here. Texas pride, man. But we're gonna beat them Texans when we play them in Mexico. It's time to go. Raider Nation. Can't let nobody beat us, gentlemen. We can't. We just can't. There we go. Let's go. This is for my people.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
Nobody
We've got a
even
good
know
one on
that.
tap today.
Derek Carr,
He's
just somebody.
ready to get it done
Looks like
on the
we're going
gridiron.
against Cool
It's the
Juan
Raiders
14.
going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's go out to AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go. Alright, let's get started. We do a blitz, man. Zero blitz, man. It always works on me. Let's go.
Elliott. Now Prescott.
Intercepted,
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage. You just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Ryan Davis in there to bring it down for a loss of 7.
Alright, why is it taking forever? Is it his? Yeah, it's his. Okay. Let's go. Tiger family, all in. Cooper.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing now is Carr.
Hell yeah,
This will be caught at the 2.
But he can't score.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. You know, man, I just started playing this today.
Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Wow. Sorry, I was texting you. Let's go. Alright.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
Bet
A short kick, taking it about the 16. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
I'll show you our real numbers, man. Some of that cheap team, man. I'm gonna put some music on for y'all.
One man in the backfield, Elliott, and they'll give it to him here. And he's brought down.
Brandon, the numbers look good in week 2 for Ezekiel Elliott. Dallas at Washington. I think the fantasy guys will like it. But he had a couple of fumbles. They got benched in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, had 81 yards, but you're right. Fourth quarter got put on the bench, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in Big D going forward.
And you know something that's not unusual for a rookie running back? Ball security, it's a lot different in the NFL. You really got to take care of it because everyone is going in there breaking and clawing at it because they want to force the turnover.
And they're able to get this one down to
my football team is doing real right.
Well, partner, I have to say they
In
called
high
him in
school,
the right
we
defense
do the
there.
same
Nickel
exact
set,
thing.
fifth defensive back
Like
on the field,
we stopped
and they
using
love
the
to run
analog
against that
stick.
because now you typically get a bigger blocker
Let's
on
roll.
a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still.
And Downs has
No.
got it. Downs Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Downs Bryant finding a way to
That'll
get
be great.
the feet down.
Oh, my
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from
Hell
tying
yeah.
the football game.
We're losing. Until you know you suck.
Bailey
guys.
now to kick
You
it
can't
away
make
after
a
the touchdown.
simple 1 point. It makes you think you're going to make 1 point.
This will be taken about the 12.
No.
And he'll take it up past the 25
manhandled
to the
him.
26-yard line. The Raiders offense now making
Raider
their way
Nation.
back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That was second down run for Murray. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early. Trying to get things done later.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
This is Raider Nation, man. We go for it. Just win,
No
baby.
move to get
Just
the
win.
offense off the field. They're going on 4th
Oh,
and
yeah.
5.
I know I'm looking at that.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
yeah.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher.
this one's
They feel like they got something
yeah.
going, and they feel like they
Sorry,
can
my
attack
kid's
again
trying to
and put
get
more
on.
points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they
Yeah.
didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that,
No
but
mercy
they
for the
decided to
team.
go
No
for it
more.
anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Here's Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You gotta win.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down. Malcolm Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss at 7.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Bryant. Giving back and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Gotta be a
really difficult to cover. It's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope.
Sitting
alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body and it's intercepted. A great read and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time they were very fortunate this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense up the hole.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
We'll see what his offense can do. Again, it's Murray.
He's
He's going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way?
Right,
if
music
you still go into the
let's go.
get past
It's all about patience
and make
now.
the tackle. That's big league.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks.
And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up.
When I see a play like that,
this game is perfect.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And of course, Charles, through just 2 weeks of the season, quite a few 2-0 teams. Good news for those fan bases since 1990, when the NFL made the move to 2 wild cards. Close to 60% of teams that started 2-0 got into the postseason.
And I'm going to keep it strictly in the AFC right now. Here's what impressed me about some of these 2-0 teams. How about New England? All right, Jimmy Garoppolo has been the starting quarterback. He gets hurt. Jacoby Brissett comes in, and they still win the game. How about the Broncos and Trevor Siemian? They're off to a 2-0 start. I love what Houston was able to do to get to 2-0. Exercised a big demon in beating Kansas City, who routed them last year in the playoffs. Those teams have really impressed me, and last but not least, to get to 2-0.
They come out here in the eye. They go with Murray again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
I don't know the rest of that.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. It finds Crabtree for the completion. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Carr going to throw. Brought in by Walford, right side. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Carr to throw on second down. A right side catch by Crabtree. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
They go play action here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second. Again, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Malcolm Smith, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Let's go.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Murray, the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
He's going to loft one. Deep left, but it's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan.
Oh, yeah.
Touchdown, Raiders.
That was all
Amari
under
Cooper, an 14-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Beautiful, man.
And
Beautiful.
it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
A big old comeback for a major comeback.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's about to be 30.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12.
Oh boy, he did this split.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now a play fake. Carr finding time. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it'll be fourth down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
It's all about running game.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick.
What the fuck?
And they will finally put it in the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Jason Witten, the intended target. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance.
So he quit, I guess, hopefully. Well, I guess that's it, boys.